mighty Pharaoh, beloved of Ra, how fortunate you must feel. Your unprecedented rise to the throne of Egypt is the stuff of dreams. A richer reward could not be fashioned by gods or people. With your family's ascension, Egypt can make a new start. And perhaps we can all forget the horrors of the Civil War. To mark this new beginning, you should build a fine new capital. Itiatawi, with its abundant natural resources, is a perfect location. Using what the land has to offer, you can build a splendid city worthy of your dynasty's valor and dedication. To ensure the feats of your great dynasty are always remembered, you should build 2 majestic brick pyramids for yourself and your family, and a frightening sphinx to guard your tomb. A family with your achievements deserves no less. Keep in mind, though, that some in the country question the legitimacy of your rule. Many are still suffering the effects of the famine and grumble that you usurped the throne. If you relieve these people's misery and help them build their homes, you will certainly win their undying loyalty. You should try to provide for your new subjects as well as you can to prevent these unfortunate people from taking up arms against you.
Good morning everyone and welcome back to the Two-Headed Wolf Gaming channel as we're continuing our journey through Pharaoh, a new era. And we've made it, we became a Pharaoh and it is time to establish a new capital. We need a population of 7,500 people, 6 houses, 6 stately manors, which are not the highest level of houses, still quite high. Culture rating 60, prosperity rating of 60, monument rating of 41 and a kingdom rating of 85, plus a sphinx, a medium and a small mud brick pyramid. Great. Now let's take a look around. What do we have to work with around here? Well, we do have some fertile land and some floodplains. We have some reeds, not a whole lot of them, but it should be enough for a good production. We have stone, more fertile land to the south, even more stone, and quite a large area around here. Okay, what are we producing? As far as farms go, we have grain farms, lettuce farms, pomegranate farms, and cattle ranches, meaning that we'll probably receive a lot of requests for food. And then we have flax farms, which we will be able to use in order to make some linen and export for money. We have limestone quarries. Good. That's for the exterior of the pyramids. We have reed gatherers, we have clay pits, and then we have papyrus makers, potters, brewers, weavers, and brickworks. Which means that on these brickwork pyramids, even though the exterior will be from limestone, the interior will be from mud bricks. And that means we have all the necessary resources in order to be building up our pyramids. Okay, we have some military, we have 4 gods, Bast, Osiris, Ptah, and Seth. Our main god is Bast. And let's take a look at the world map as well. Mennefer. Mennefer buys lettuce, bricks, barley, beer, jewelry, and composite bows. Okay, so we could sell them bricks, we could sell them beer if we import barley from somewhere. In the Dakhla Oasis, they buy papyrus, they buy linen. 4,000 linen. That is impressive. We could make a lot of money, and it is a land trade route. Buan, they buy wood, granite, and copper. Or granite and copper. Okay, so let's start by opening a trade route with Dakhla Oasis. Byblos sells us ivory, wood, and copper. We will need ivory for the houses. And we could buy some wood in order to make some composite bows. Let's see what the profit margin would be for this. Overseer of Commerce. Seems to be something wrong with the music. Let me go at least higher in background sounds, so it's not total silent. Over on this side, linen. When exporting, yeah, we can get 160. 165 for papyrus. Import of wood would be 225 and the export of composite bows is 275. It's not great. It is a 40 gold profit margin. If Ra is happy, we might get a bit more out of it. But no, did we have Ra? No, we don't have raw with us, so it's not going to matter. We are going to get pretty much the same price. If we import gems, but we can only export. Okay, and the bricks are 120. So as soon as we don't need them anymore, we could make a bit more money from it. But to start was off, definitely export linen and papyrus. That's what we want to do. And the way I'm thinking it is that I'll build a residential area over here. I'll have a water crossing around this area. I am going to be establishing a papyrus maker industry and a linen making industry over on this bank. And with the space that we have available here, I feel like going for a few more residential areas wouldn't be a bad idea. First things first, let me delete this road. As much as I hate the warnings, the constant warnings that we're getting, I do not want it to bother or influence my building. I am going to place the water crossing here. Or I could do it here. No, let's leave it there. And I'll put this one here. I will draw a road like so. And my first farms will be over here, actually. Yeah, I like that idea. Let's start building a road like so. Already wasted about 2,000 gold. And at this point, given that I'm making my farms over here, right, and I'll put a few on this side as well, I feel. Let's say that we build a granary. Let's do this. I'll have one set of houses like this. Maybe I'm thinking about making another set of houses here somewhere. Wouldn't be bad. With a good production of food, that would be absolutely great for us. But for now, let's bring in some people. I'll go with a roadblock there. I'll go with a roadblock here. We'll say that we want, from the start, a water supply here, and let's roadblock this area. And then we're going to go with a physician, an architect's post, and a firehouse here. Same idea on this side. If I make some food production over here, yeah, we'll be getting a lot more long term, but for short term, let's see, how do I do this? Let's say one. Actually, let's place down some more camps. And then I'm going to go with the farms. 1, 2, leave some space for irrigation, 3. And 4 like this. I will be taking a few more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then let's go with irrigation. Just like that. And I feel like everything is irrigated, right? Yep. Good. Then we're gonna go with the granary. Accept all. Maybe accept all except for meat. And let us set up our industries with what's left of our cash. I need a few roadblocks. And we'll have one here. We'll have one here because these safety services have this habit of going across the water. I don't like it. Architect firehouse, good. Then let's place down a reed gatherer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 papyrus makers. The storage over here that will accept papyrus. And we need more workers. Okay, we have some food already. Let's bring a bazaar. Let's bring some temples as well. And this will be quite expensive. As my wife says, monotheism is a lot cheaper when she saw me play and complain about this game. But we're not there yet.
No one can accept these goods. That's okay. I can use the rest.
Okay, let me expand on the farming industry. So I'll put down a storage here and we'll say that you accept meat. I will tell the markets not to buy meat. And then I'll place down a few cattle ranches. Okay. What next? I feel like I should go in debt just to make money. Let's use the fertile floodplain. To put down 2 more work camps here. Draw a road out. And let's see, flax. 1, 2, 3. 4 for now. And then I will draw a road like this, and then we're going to go and add some irrigation ditches. And then I'm going to go into industry storage yards, yeah, and let's pick here some weavers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You accept all the linen that you can. And let's put down another one of these flax farms. Okay, now what? Now we could use a few more houses and stuff. So I'll build a secondary residential area. Could I do it over here? Could I draw a road like this? I feel that I could. But I'm not sure I like it. Maybe expanding over on this side is better. I feel like I could place a bunch of industries over there. We're starting to pull in some money, which is awesome for us. I'll roadblock this. We'll say 1, 2, 3, just to have enough space there for another pavilion. Good, our gods are happy with us. Let's go to the next residential area, place a bunch of houses, give them water, give them everything they need. Okay, the Pharaoh requests pottery. I feel like yeah, we do have enough money, we can get that done. Firehouse, good, so we have the market, we have everything else. Food is not gonna come by for a while. Let's place down our temples. Okay. Pottery. That's the next thing that we need here. So I'll have a bunch of grain here. We can have a water crossing on this side. I'll do this and I'll put it here. We can have a dock there. Mennefer. Buan would give us barley and beer, okay. Mennefer would buy beer. I feel like we could pull another cruel profit there by just making a brewery. So where do we want to make our bricks industry? I am thinking that I'll be building our pyramids over here. It's either there or somewhere here. Maybe leave this area, this large area, for our higher level houses. So if I do that, the clay pits will need to build near the water. So let's make it over here. I'll do this. And we will bring another road through here. Right, we can do something like this. We can even place a port in this area, a dock that could bring in and out some goods. Let's place it now, so that we don't occupy its space for later. I feel like I'm importing barley and I'll make a brewery around here. Employees are needed, okay. Pottery, acknowledge. Yeah, that's why I paused the game. Let's place down our clay pits. Raw material, clay pits. 4, and then we can go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potters and a storage yard around here which will accept pottery. But more than that, we need to stockpile it for now. So let's say over here that we want pottery to be stockpiled. Since I do have some cash, I feel like it's time to place down some gardens. We don't have enough food. Definitely need a lot more. How about we go around and we place ourselves some pomegranates as well? Yeah, delivers on some meat, great. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 more farms. Or maybe, better yet, I feel like we could do something like... Could I fit 2 here? Yes. So we'll do that. I'll draw a road through here. We'll need the irrigations. Or at least I would like to have some. Okay, that farmland is irrigated. Let's bring in... I could get a bit more grain out of it by drawing a road like this, but we'll see. Next, they want entertainment. We have the money for it. So let's bring this and this. It's a bit weird without the music, isn't it? Okay. I have a juggler school there. We'll place a conservatory on this other side. Deliver on the pottery, great. And now it does not matter anymore to stockpile it. Okay, Boss is resentful. So we need to build her a few shrines at least. There we go. Yeah, we're using a lot of our food. Let me bring forward some grain farms. Now in this situation, I feel like adding grain farms is the best choice, as it's going to supply also our brick-making business. So I could do that. Let's put down a few more farms, since we are here. Alright, 2 of those, and let's bring in 2 more pomegranates as well. So I don't think I want it like that, because I want to draw in, and let's draw in the irrigation ditches as well. Farms, food farms, pomegranates. We're going one like this and one like this. There we go. I'll also draw a road through here. And in this area, we'll say that we want a water lift. I'm guessing that here we might be able to place a dock later on if we really need to. Okay. Can I get an irrigation ditch through here though? I think that I might not be able to. Let's see, I definitely need to bring it like this. Yeah, that doesn't look too great. I don't like throwing in Pharaoh, right? So we'll delete this pomegranate farm for now, and let's see. Place down. I could place 2 farms like so, draw another road like this, put down a roadblock here. And then we can go forward and add an architect's post and a firehouse here. Okay, doesn't look perfect, but it should be fine for now. And then I will be making a few more storage houses. Here, because I want to be stockpiling the other types of food. as well for any kind of request that we might have in the future. For now, a lot of people are consuming goods. But there will be a moment when they'll have their houses full of foods and they won't need it anymore. Anyway. Okay, people, the gods are happy for now. Our pottery making business needs a bit more pottery. And we'll be needing a lot more pottery soon. But you know what I should be doing? I believe it is time to start thinking about placing down those pyramids and get to work. Okay, on flags we're good. Clay pits, reed gatherers, let's see, how are we on workers? Minus 58 workers. And given the amount of food that we have here and that we are producing, now let's start some cities here. Yeah, we're going to set up a new place, a new residential area. So we'll say 1, 2, 3 over here. We'll do a road like that. And another road like this. Okay, I have good money. I'm really happy that at least we are making good money here. Because that means that we have a lot of potential for building this area up. I'm going to place down these houses. Let's go for water next. Decision. Okay. And then what I'll do is that I'll go here with some farms. This one we harvest only in April. Grain farms we harvest twice a year, as well as pomegranates. Let's make even more grain farms. And I'll place 4 farms here. Let's see if I could make a water lift on this side. Draw an irrigation ditch like this. Good. Then I can place another farm down. We can bring this one over here. Okay, that's enough for now. And finally we'll draw a road. Place the safety services. Deliver on more meat. Look at the amount of papyrus that we have. Is there any other city that would buy papyrus? They wouldn't. Wuhan wouldn't either. Byblos doesn't. Okay. That's fine by us then. Let's go with 2 bazaars over here. We'll say that you accept no, you accept all. But don't buy these foods. The reason why I don't want these markets to buy these foods, except for grain, is because they'll go all around. Like, they'll try to go to these granaries down here in order to get the necessary food. And we do not want that. I'll place down 2 granaries. We'll just say accept grain. I don't think I need 2 of them necessarily, but we'll leave it at that for now. Let's go with a temple complex to bust. I believe that she's going to be great for us. Mostly because she has one of these altars. Let's see, Altar of Isis, Goddess of Healing, can ensure that the citizens remain healthy. Oracle of Hathor increases the happiness for people. Meaning that it increases entertainment value. And I will put down another temple for her here. Then we're going to go with temples for Osiris. And Set. Finally, I feel like it's time to start taxing our people. So if we can put down a few police stations, that wouldn't be bad. We're going to place down one of these village palaces, like so, and then we're gonna place down some tax collectors. Because of contaminated water, I'm thinking of adding apothecaries as well. So let's work with that. Nice. Okay, more goods, more production, things are looking up.
No one can accept these goods. That's okay. I can use
Why
the rest.
doesn't he accept those goods? We're not stockpiling it or anything. Mannefair has started working on a project and they need some limestone, so I guess it is time to start building those mines as well. And I'm also looking up at the possibility of attackers coming to our city. So we might want to bring in a military force as well. Let's see. Road. Yeah, I can do like this. We'll put down a roadblock over here. We'll say limestone mines, and let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll start with this one right here. I'll say that we want 2 stockpiles to begin with for limestone. Okay. Since I was talking earlier about placing down some of these monuments, let's get this going. So this is the medium one. I'll place it here. I am going to go with the smaller one and place it over here. Let's draw a road. Good. And then we're gonna draw a road like so. And finally make a road that connects here. I could even try to fit in the Sphinx. Let's see. How about we place it here to protect these pyramids? There we go. Plenty of meat to go around. Plenty of goods overall. I feel like expanding our business with bricks. Because I am bringing some people here to work on the pyramids. Let's throw in like what? 1, 2, 3, let's say 4 war camps. I will need about 4 bricklayers, a carpenter's guild, and a stonemason or 2. Let's see. You want clay. You just want straight up clay. I feel like that is a great idea to put clay in a storage yard right now. The reason why is because we'll be able to figure out whether we are producing excess clay or not. If not, then we can build up a few more clay pits. The way I'm thinking is the brick industry will consume a lot of our clay. And that's how we'll know, that's how we'll measure how much clay we still need. Okay. Let's put a dock down over here. We'll put another firehouse and another architect post near it. And then we'll want a storage yard. Here. And I say that you accept, at this moment you'll accept just wood. About, let's say half of it. And accept none except for wood. Oh, and you know what we could do? We could trade both wood and composite bows. And I can then place down in weapon maker here. We also have shield makers. Well, let's make these bow maker here, where we will go and say this. We want to import to maintain 400 units of wood, and then we want you to export the composite bows. Over on this dock, we'll say that you don't trade wood. Acknowledge, yeah, we're very close there. We got a gift. And don't trade wood, don't trade composite bows. And that port will stay here just for that. One of the cool things that could happen right now is that as soon as we're getting our wood, let's see, what else did we get here as a request? 1,000 bricks in 10 months. Well, we will see whether that happens or not. Brickworks, how many unemployed people do we have? Only 5%. Place down gardens, make sure these houses level up. Bring in a juggling school and a conservatory. I might need this to bring the stuff even further. Okay. Let's see, gods, how are you? Everybody is happy for now. Manufactured goods will say brickworks over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on the bricks we will have to say that we want to stockpile for now. Otherwise they'll start using it on the pyramids. And we could place a few more clay pits down. There we go. Okay. Things are going well. I like how everything looks here. We have more than enough limestone.
No one can accept these
Okay,
goods.
let's
That's
say
okay.
that you
I can use
accept
the rest.
composite bows in the other half. Good. How are we doing for now? Culture rating is 15, prosperity rating is 44, monument rating is 0, and kingdom rating is 62. If we're taking a look at the burial provisions, yeah, we can give away the papyrus, we can give away the grain. We will need 2500 pottery, 1200 ivory, and 1200 beer. We'll send our bricks away. The other 3 gods are displeased, so we'll have to build a few more temples to them. And let's just say that for now, on the pottery, we'll stockpile it. Okay. How do we make the other gods happy? I feel like another set of temples is not a bad idea, especially when we're looking at this area here where they're very close to the storages. Let's start working on our next residential area. Let's see, 7% here. I would want to bring in more workers. And I feel like the best way to do that might be to start importing some beer. So we'll say here that you stop stockpiling bricks. Buan, let's start trading, please. Biblos, just jewelry. We can sell some of this beer as well. Okay, well, let's start importing. That is the first thing we need to do. We'll be importing to maintain 800 barley for now. I'll say I'll place it here, except barley. Half of it. And then we're going to say that we want this area over here to accept beer. And finally, after placing down our safety services, we will ask that you build us breweries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be good for now. Yeah, look at how things look here. Nice, they're starting to work on it. The Sphinx is almost ready. I need to be expanding into this new area. Let's see, 10% unemployment, that is not great for me. We will have a courthouse here. Yep, delivered on limestone. We'll place another courthouse down here. As well as up here. Now I don't want them to be too high. on residential, but it should be fine for now. Let's see, do we have a lot of food? We do have a lot of food. 4,000 people, will get maybe 5,000 people in total. I feel like we need only one more residential area. I'm gonna start building it here. And if we need one more, then we are going to do it afterwards. But for now, place down one of these. Place down a bunch of houses. We'll start with the bazaar first of all. Let's see, apothecary, great. I'll want a tax collector. And then the gods. In order to push some miracles, I'm also thinking about adding in a festival square. What we're going to do this, let's see, a lot of papyrus. Getting education going for culture rating will be absolutely awesome. It's going to happen really fast. Okay, our pyramids are getting made. Do we still have extra straw? We do have extra straw. Which means we could get going with a few more of these brickworks. And then it's time to think about the ridge. Which means that I'll draw a road like this. I'll put down the roadblock there. The first necessity for them will be to have food. All types of food. So what I'll do here is that I'll accept everything in quarters. And then I'll say, now we don't need 4 types of food, I would say, but still, it's going to be helpful. I'll place down a few more grain farms here. And we're going to do 2 lettuce farms. I'll have a pomegranate there. Or maybe let's make a pomegranate. No, let's make the irrigation. So I'm going to do something like this here. We'll need this water lift. Because then I can go with the farm, say pomegranates, like so, and I know that they'll be fertilized. Or irrigated. Okay, that is that. We have a roadblock here. We would need definitely a bit more on the safety side for this area. Storage yard is full. It means that we can get going with this plan. So I'll delete this road. Maybe even delete part of this one. And I'll say, on this side we will have some of the services that you need and that are not desirable to have close by. Then I will draw something like this. And let me measure out. So let's say that I place a house here. I think the manor houses are 3 wide. I would leave a space free. Let's say we have a double statue here, another space free, and I can place down another house. So how many is this? 3 spaces, 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'll place down another house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'll place down another house. This will be the corner. I think I measured that almost correctly. Let's see. Almost. Doesn't matter if I place it a bit further, we'll do that. We'll say from the start that we want a pavilion here. Then we'll have the market. With the water supply. With the physician. I know they don't really like the mortuary, so we'll place it over there. We'll want on this side, let's say, apothecaries, dentists. Put down a tax collector here. A courthouse over here to fill this spot. I will need a scribal school as well. I will place down a library over here. Go for the gods. I want to be placing down a few eagle statues. The reason why I'm doing this is to limit the houses from expanding where I don't want them to. Right? So they don't move or fuse or do some weird stuff. Let's see. Then we need all of the entertainment services. And I wanted to place this over here just to have them close by. I will place a Senate house up here. We'll see where desirability will be lacking, and we'll be placing our personal manor as well. Let's see, where is it? Dynasty Mansion. Yeah, I can do something like this. There we go. So where are we at? What do you need? They need pottery. In order to keep them well supplied, given that I've put a granary there, let's also put a storage here and say that you accept half pottery and accept... Actually, no, a quarter pottery, will accept a quarter beer, will accept a quarter linen, and will accept a quarter papyrus. How about that? And over here, I guess I need another storage yard because I will need some ivory. We'll accept 1200 ivory to begin with. I do have a lot of cash, so I don't have to worry about it. Biblos, let's accept this trade route. And we'll say that we want 1200 to begin with. Let's make sure that... Am I stockpiling pottery? I am. Okay. Let's make sure that these markets right here will not buy any ivory. We do not need them eating away at our resources. That will be expensive. Okay. So far so good. I think we're in a wonderful position, and these houses will grow up to be quite large and beautiful, and yeah, didn't measure it perfectly. But we can do this, and I can do another row here, like that. Let's place down some plazas. Houses on fire means we didn't place down safety services. So I placed only the dentists and the apothecaries, but that is it. Oof. What's this? The physician and the scribal school. Tax collector and library. And the water supply and the market. So we're building this again. I will want, as I said, we want the physician, we want a water supply. We will want the bazaar over here. Scribal school. A library. Okay, anything else? Well, they're evolving quite large. The only thing that will be a problem here will be desirability, so let us make sure that they have what they need. Bricks, 900 bricks, sure, we'll be placing some of those as well. There we go. Stately manors, the type of houses that we were looking for. We will say on the bricks that we want you to stockpile this resource so that we can answer the request. Still some straw available, not so much on the clay anymore. Let's place down a few more clay houses. And let's bring in some migrant workers. Deliver on food. Let's go to base and go to 33. Let's go down in taxes to 7%. Just to attract immigration.
This city is cool.
Definitely need a bunch more workers. Let's see, this one will give us about 100, so 600 over here, that's 6,000 people in total. We need... about 1,000 more. So with that in mind, how do we make it happen? I feel like building another residential area. We still have a bunch of food over here. We might want to increase it slightly. What about workers? How many workers do we have? We have an unemployment of 102. So I am thinking about adding a few more flax farms here. And a few more weavers, just so we can keep up with this, because in order to increase culture, even though these houses don't need it, I'll want to place down a bunch of mortuaries. I will want to place down a bunch of dentists. I will want to bring in a lot of entertainment. Now the mighty city of Karga has fallen to our enemy. Oh, very unfortunate. Let's have a few more flax farms here. I'll draw that. Which also means that we should at least be thinking about military, right? Let me draw another road like this. We'll place down a roadblock here. We'll bring... We forgot to put some of the safety services here as well. Right, we do that, we do this. We say that we want a new conservatory. I guess this is what happens when you have a lot of money. You don't worry about it. Military Academy, let's put down a recruiter as well. And let's have 3 forts, archery forts. And if the threat appears to be higher than planned, then we are going to bring even more. But for the moment, I will send all of these goods away for the burial provisions. We'll say that we want to import ivory up to 400. And I feel like that's going to be it. Let's see. Anything else to look at for the moment? Culture rating of 20, prosperity rating of 74, monument rating of 19, and a kingdom rating of 79. If there are no requests for kingdom, in order to get kingdom rating, what you could do is you could go here to your political overseer, and you can send a gift to the Pharaoh, for example. Let's see, send some Libyan bodyguards. So we'll dispatch this. You can see that now our kingdom rating is at 89. So that is a direct way in which you could get yourself the necessary kingdom rating. If you have the money to do it, of course. Let's see, where do we want to go from here? As I said, I am going to be building another residential area. I am going to place it weirdly like so. Good. A roadblock here. We'll place a pavilion over here. And we're gonna place down a bunch of houses like so. And I believe that this should be more than enough for what we need. 7,500 population. Architect, firehouse, police station, water supplies. Yeah, let's put down apothecary. Let's put down dentist as well. Then I will want you to also have access to the gods. And we'll place down gardens from the start. We are going to go with entertainment here. Select juggler, conservatory, and a dance school. And you know what else we could do? We could place down a bunch of senate houses. I don't think I can place anywhere around here, but I could place it over here. One, 2, 3, and 4. Then let's go and place down our dentists. Okay, they already have it, and mortuaries, we could bring them. We can bring one here. I feel like we'll have enough of a supply, but I definitely need to increase production further. Right, another mortuary here, another mortuary here, another mortuary here. Let's say that we want to sell linen when over 1200. And then I could have a few more weavers here. There it is. A lot of money has been spent, but this should bring us to where we want to be. And I'll just put a quick cut over here and bring you closer when we are done. I need to wait for these pyramids to be constructed before doing anything else. So I'll see you guys in a second. So we're almost done with the mission. I placed down a few more brick layers just to quickly speed up this pyramid construction. Up here, in order to supply the culture that we need, I've made this sort of an entertainment area, entertainment road, because there are a few things that you need to pay attention to. For example, when you go to the overseers of diversion, you have the coverage, and this is the amount of places where you can put on shows, right? You have the plazas, or some of these
job vacancies
are they called
everywhere.
booths
I
or
wonder if I could
bandstands,
juggle more than one
and
job.
they will just give you the coverage. Now, there's something that you have to pay attention to. If you don't have shows on them, so if you don't have jugglers, you don't have musicians and people who are actually putting on shows, your culture rating will not go up at all. So that is why you need to make sure that you're not only placing down some of these places to put on shows, you are actually supporting them with people. And that's why I'm making this sort of a road. It's a way to cheese the game mechanics, but hey, if it works, it works. And you want to disconnect the road from the rest of the area. The reason why is because if I was to connect the road here, musicians and jugglers from this zone will also go all across the city and put on a show wherever they find space. So it's going to interrupt your supply, let's say, of entertainers for a while. Here I have a few schools. Education has the same kind of idea. If you go here to the Overseer of Learning, you need to have multiple buildings in order to have coverage for the amount of people that you have, and you need to have them supplied with papyrus. If they're not supplied with a papyrus, they will not add up to your culture rating. So that's something to keep in mind. I like to think of this as sort of a photocopier road. You want a paper copied or a papyrus copied, you come here, you give it to these places, and they will make as many copies as you need to send out messages. Let's see, very close here to finishing. The kingdom rating has gone down for a while. Let's see, are the gods... The gods are happy now that Bast is happy, because she can make the other gods happy with her blessings. There we go, we are done with the pyramid here. Let me reconnect these roads. So what do we need now? Well, we just need a bit more culture rating, and as I showed you earlier, the quickest way to do this is by going here to your political overseer, send a gift, a lavish gift, and just like that, victory has been achieved. Through your unselfish dedication to providing for your people, Egypt now accepts you as the rightful pharaoh and looks to your dynasty to produce equally benevolent and resourceful heirs. And that is going to have to be it for today. Hope you have enjoyed. Apparently we're looking towards either Sawu or Iken, but that will have to be next time. Until then, I thank you very much for watching, and I wish you all to have a wonderful day.